Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and Part 16 the Nagarythe Campaign. We're at the Temple of Cain and taking on a large army backed up by its garrison. Got a manticore, they've got a lot of cavalry, quite a few units of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows, some Dark Riders with shields over there. Blue Squadron coming around the flank, but we might need, to be honest, I probably should have used them to hover near my flanks and hold off the inevitable cavalry flanking force. It was always going to happen. But we do have the Shadow Walkers at the back here. They can fire 360 degrees, so we should be able to fire in every direction. We've got some Dark Riders advancing on our left flank, and already they're taking horrendous damage. Look at that, they try and ride. This guy's riding sideways, doing a bit of a skid there. And they're off. That didn't take very long. So they're gone. Over on the right flank, we've got 3 units of cavalry plus some harpies. Blue Squadron is moving over to try and fend off this flank attack over here. We are shooting them, but I probably should have targeted the Dark Rider with shields because they're the ones that are going to engage us in melee, although we should be able to hold them off. I've split up Blue Squadron. The Sisters of Avalon are going to get charged, but they are not. They're actually pretty good in melee combat, so we should be able to fend off these guys. We've also got Goose here to defend us, help us out. More Dark Riders flanking around. We have a couple of units of Black Guard approaching, but Alfred, who is currently taking on a unit of oh, it's the Hellebroni, the Dread Spears, dropping some rocks, dealing with that. Going to get some nice shots off from Alice on these. Oh, look at that. Very, very nice. They're not looking very happy anymore. Little fireball there. Going to carve its way through his Black Guard. And then some missile fire. We're going to debuff them. Well, maybe. Works better when you're not getting wind blasted. So they're off. Mavericks taking on some units on the right flank there, keeping them at arm's length, which means our archers can do their work on the left flank. Goose is doing the same, allowing the Sisters of Avalon to shoot these Black Ark Corsairs right in the back. And Caradrin is taking on the enemy Dark Shards, while Robin is just murdering everyone she comes across. Taking a few arrows in the back. Caradrin knows how that feels, so he'll be able to give you some advice on how to get those out. He's now got a bird, so he's not as bad anymore. Some ointment helps. Pretty straightforward.
Lurk in its shadows.
You all lurk in the shadows, Alice. It's pretty much...
I'm empowered by Lokhir.
Good, glad to hear. Anyway, killed a bunch of people. Good, we've taken the Temple of Cain. Even better. I want to take Kargoth Deep as well if we can. But I don't think they've got many armies now. They've got this army down here because they confederated last episode. So Hellebron's down here. Now I don't think she moved.
Protector of Ulthuan.
Maybe they confederated after they moved.
Shall be done.
So I'm wondering if maybe now, because I believe the AI faction has an idea of where it's sending armies. So Hellebron would have been sending an army down towards the Shrine of Cain, but I don't know if after confederating whether it still remembers what it was planning to do, or whether it's kind of like a new agent takes over. So this army might turn back for Slaver's Point. So we're going to just wait.
Nagarythe in them.
Yeah, let's get Earthblood, because that's always quite nice to have. It's quite a nice one. And we've got Shaggy too. The Shaggy with an untwistable stomach. I could...
For honor.
Let's head deeper into the Empire. A rare failure for Shaggy there, but we're going to see if we can push deeper in. So the Empire does have Middenheim at the moment. It's lost Altdorf, but recently by the looks of it. So what I would like to do is, if we can deal with the Dark Elves, is then send armies over to help the Empire. So let's have a quick look at our objectives. So maintain control. Right, tick. Control 8 provinces, of which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. We need the Black Citadel of Anlek, and we need 2 moon dragons. I think this was like 20k.
Come, join me.
I will. Can I tour Anlek? 22,000. But she has built the Black Citadel of Anlek, so it's not all bad. We could make even more money. I mean, you know, we're not making much. People were losing their nuts over me not taxing Nagarythe, but it's not like we're making much money. In fact, you know, I could untax it now, right, and not care. Watch me do it. I'm good. No, it's all right. I will tax it. Don't stop it. Put down the pitchforks, for love of God, Jesus. I could get... Let's get the colonnade. Let's get the Tower of Mages. Let's do that. I mean, I would like the Tour... I would like Toranlek, but I don't think it's like an urgent requirement. Like, we can pick it up whenever we want. It's no big deal. Let's get the Elven Artisans. Let's upgrade the Citadel here. This is kind of the problem. Like, I have another army here, but it's very much a case of I manage to spend my money every single turn. Like, I never have any spare money left over. I keep meaning to save for it. Doesn't happen, does it? Doesn't happen. We're going to get Skymaster because I love my blue squadron, but they could do with more killing power.
A staunch champion.
And Alfred is going to get... I mean, Thunderbolts is a nice bombardment spell. It's okay. Harmonic Convergence is quite good. Wind Blast is nice. Let's go with Wind Blast. So what we'll do, we'll heal up and then we'll go and grab Kargoth Deep. And then we'll head up to Rakdu Gorge, Altar of Ultimate Darkness, Harkaldra, and hopefully by then Dian will be ready and we can go for the Great Arena, Garond, and then start rolling up the peninsula. At that point, I think Enya can probably make her way over to Bretonnia, and I'm thinking maybe we can help out. I don't think Bretonnia is still alive, but Bordeaux is, and I'm wondering if maybe we can sort of foster that relationship.
Honor before glory. The lady grants you safe. Fine.
Thank you. I'll take that. We've got a trade deal with Tiatika, so that's all good. How's our trade goods doing? So, we're selling all of our wine, all of our wood, all of our elven trinkets, and all of our iron. So the more trade goods we can get, the better.
We are the guardians of order.
We could actually get another noble. Inattentive, motivate. We probably want to get like Palin 1, Wayne, yeah, one of these guys would be fine. So we just need to bring them over to the Empire. We just need to grab some more influence, basically. That's what we're there. And then in 4 turns we'll get some new assassination targets. Although, knowing that we now have met a lot of different factions, it will probably give us ones all over the bloody place. So we might not be able to complete too many of them. But if we can, it'll be a nice bonus, but I'm not going to specifically go and hunt down any of the targets.
I may be a king of shadow, but you are a king of darkness. Intriguing.
What does that even fucking mean? Have you been writing poetry again, Alice? Stop it. You know it's bad for you. You want me to join your war against those guys. I mean, sure, why not? Why not? Why that? What the hell? I'll probably end up at war with them anyway. May as well just go for it.
Tradition is maintained.
Okay, so Hellebrand did indeed land on the coast over here. We've got new targets. Who we got? We've got Halvathor, we've got the Red Duke, and Lokhir Felheart. Yes, of course, they're fucking miles away from us. probably not going to happen.
Can I offer assistance?
You can, Orinoco.
Blood of Nagarythe in them.
Oh, you like this guy then? Could be a Blade Master.
Hi,
And then
for the Phoenix King.
we're going to go and hit this army. Now, we didn't get the ambush, but you just got a lot of Black Ark Corsairs. You do have a Reaper Bolt Thrower, but otherwise, this doesn't look like it's going to be particularly
As though we
difficult.
fight.
I was starting to think maybe it wasn't like optimal to keep Enya where she was, and maybe I was just gonna, Hellebrand was just gonna sail on to the Shrine of Cain. It was going to be a waste of time, but I'm kind of glad that I did indeed leave Enya here, because otherwise this could have been a problem. But now it's not a problem, which is nice. So the Illyrian Reaver Archers are dealing with some of the Black Ark Corsairs. This army is mostly Black Ark Corsairs, and therefore not very good.
Missiles, take cover!
Does have two death hags, and Hellebrand. We've got Fertilicious and Lorishon. Sound like a sexually transmitted disease and a hair product, respectively. Our cavalry is moving through the forest. Got the Fireborn and 2 units of Silver Helms. Got the Keepers of the Flame. So these guys are Phoenix Guard, standing firm. We're going to get charged in the flank here. Not ideal, but I'm going to be honest. The Keepers of Flame should be more than capable of taking that and not worrying too much. Fertilicious is charging towards our line, and she's taken a few arrows. She's decided it was a bad idea. She's now going back the way she came. Off she goes. Probably a good idea. And Orinoco is charging into the fray, charging after her, but he's just going to... I think he's taken some arrows in the back. Yes, he's taken some arrows in the back. Almost certainly my arrows. The cavalry's coming out of the forest now. We're going to go and deal with their Reaper Bolt Thrower and the Fireborn, heading towards this little blob of Black Ark Corsairs and Hellebrand. They're going to ignore Hellebrand because who cares? Charge straight into these Black Ark Corsairs and start doing some pretty major damage. Over here we're going to get a nice charge. Some Dread Spears had engaged the Keepers of the Flame, and then we've got a nice charge in the back there, so they're going to be completely crushed. Hellebrand's still riding around, and Orinoco's charging after it, trying to find someone to kill. He's mostly just getting shot with arrows, though. Less than ideal. The Silver Helm's now coming back. Hellebrand's charging after them, trying to get their attention. They're just going to ignore her and head straight over to get a nice little charge on the Black Ark Corsairs that the Fireborn are currently engaging. And with that devastating charge, the Black Ark Corsairs are going to run for their lives and be chased down by our victorious cavalry.
This fight is lost!
I will not die today!
Get out of here!
Well, Hellebrand blundered straight into our ambush and paid the ultimate price. I think I
We
might.
don't need prisoners.
Nah, we don't need prisoners.
The Cat-Eye honor me.
Don't need them. Amulet of Fire. Garbage. Defeated Hellebrand, so we get armor piercing damage and melee attack, which isn't great for a archer character, but the trouble with Knights of Debauchery always comes the day after, not so much as hungover as hanged. Yeah, don't I know it. Let me tell you, getting old, it's not great on the hangovers. I used to be, you'd wake up in the morning and you go, oh, I feel awful. But by 10 o'clock, you were generally fine. Now, 2 days. 2 days it takes me to recover from a hangover. Fucking horrendous.
Victory for Asurian.
Exactly. Enya. I could get you a Moondragon. But if I wait 4 more ranks, I could give you a Star Dragon. But I am kind of impatient. So I'll give you a Moondragon. Does that count towards the number of Moondragons we need? Let's just double check. No, does not.
I serve the Phoenix
Never
King.
mind, I was impatient. I've got a dragon. That's all that matters. Fine, good. I'm thinking, right, we could... I could send Enya to go and help the Empire. And I'm kind of thinking that it might desperately need the assistance. I mean, we'd have to say... I don't know. Is it worth it? It's kind of fun though, isn't it? Oh, what the... Let's do it. Let's do it. We're gonna send Enya on a journey to go and assist the Empire, the kingdoms of men, against their numerous and belligerent enemies. Right. Jorunda. No, come here. Come here, you prick. What are you? Intolerable. Yeah, that's right. You bloody are. Holy shit. Are you recruiting outside the city? Yes, you are. Can I reach you here? Yes, I can. And you're marching, Malekith.
From the shadows.
What were you thinking? I've ambushed you. You've got your friend, Khorne Darkhand, but he's literally bleeding out. I mean, he's probably dragging himself along. This isn't going to go well for you, is it? Well, Darkhand didn't last very long, did he? And this army's not going to last very long either because, wow, what an ambush. Absolutely brutal. Malekith's not going to go where... Look, his wheelbarrow's going all over the place. He doesn't know where to go. His Dark Rider's getting just ripped to shreds. Blue Squadron coming in from behind. We're going to lock down Malekith, make sure he can't do any damage, because that chariot's actually quite a doozy. So we go, in comes Caradhrin. We're going to pin him down, sort him out. He's going to take a lot of fire there. Actually, we're in quite a good position here, as he's getting shot a lot on that flank. And down he goes. That was very, 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 very brutally quick. So Malekith's down. His army is routed, running for their lives. And being shot to pieces.
Cain, forgive me.
Is that the third time we've killed Malekith? He's already got quite the complex by now, and he already started off with quite a large complex. So
bog me down with captives.
less ideal for him. Let's
Send a message.
Yeah, sure. Send a message.
My kindred's embrace.
Send a message. Okay, that's him dead. We can now head for Kargoth Deep. Go and grab that when we head up to Rakdu Gorge, Altar of Ultimate Darkness, Har Caldra, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to be recruiting. I should have put her in the city, really. I forgot to do that. Oof. Bad play. Bad play.
Navigating.
Let's head over to Albion, and then we'll head down onto the coast. We'll go and liberate Corone and L'Anguil, and we'll hand them back over to Bastogne.
Welcome to fair Bretonia.
Who are still holding out for the moment. Good old Albric. Who? Albric is holding out against the vampires. So if we can sort of help him, liberate some territory, return it to him, and maybe help him out, he can then create sort of a little buffer zone for us, for our landing forces. Because as soon as we deal with the Dark Elves, we're going to be sending reinforcements over to the Old World to liberate the realms of men. Let's get a promenade. And Elven Fairground, that sounds pretty good to me. 5 more turns of another Sanctum. We don't have anywhere to recruit dragons at the moment, do we? Not yet. Could do it here. Let's do that. Let's do that, and probably want to get more money here as well, because obviously the more the Elven trinkets we have, the better. Things are going very, very well. Alice, you're level 37. We're going to go with Skymaster, so we get those big bonuses for... Oh, look at this. 403 weapon strength, 61 melee defense, leveling up nicely.
Loyal servant.
Exactly, Caradhrin. We don't really have Phoenix Guard. We could get the Anointed of Asuryan. Constant around self. Get what, really? Holy shit, that's amazing. 22% damage resistance, which means that Blue Squadron is I mean, at this point, they're basically invulnerable. When together, it's going to be so tough to actually get them to kill them, to take them out. Really nice. Okay, let's get Valor of Ages for that weapon strength. Because your melee attack's already pretty good. Your melee defense is really, really good. Of course, you're Incendiary, aren't you? I forgot about that. Oh, shit. So yeah, so you're like super good. You've got like super high weapon strength and everything. So I should really give you like some really good items. We don't really have anything. Oh, if only I had some more good stuff. When can we do this again? 4 turns. As soon as this comes up, we're doing it. We're gonna bloody do it. It's gonna be great. And Shaggy, can we get more influence?
Smash it to ruin.
Nope, another failure. Wiseman just isn't. He's just not getting into the parties, is he? His name's not on the list. He's not coming in. Exotle has performed the Rite of Awakening, so we've basically got Jurassic Park now. Capture Kargoth Deep. Well, you know what? I was actually kind of heading in that direction anyway, so works for me.
Battle. Our oath, our fight.
Mission complete.
The winds are mine.
Got a relic sword as well. Nice. And we've got the province, the Black Flood. Sounds lovely. Sounds like a holiday destination. I don't really want that. Let's get rid of that. At some point, I'm probably going to have to spend some time going over all these settlements and actually working out what I want where. But in the meantime, let's go for evasion because I want to get Chain Lightning. That's what we're going to get.
Can I offer assistance?
And Feodine is going to grab... Oh, I'm tempted to get the Sisters of Avalon. Let's grab 4 Lothern Seaguard, 2 Sisters of Avalon, no, 3 Sisters of Avalon, and then I'll mull over what else I want. I could get some Silver Helms. I'd like Dragon Princes though. How do I get Dragon Princes? Is that in the... That is in the Dragon Keep. Weirdly enough. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's where they keep dragons. We could get more of that. We could get more of that. I want to get Shaggy getting some influence if we can. Come on, Shaggy. We got this. No, another failure, but he has ranked up. You say that... but his multitude of failures suggests otherwise. But never mind.
I'm waiting.
Where do we take... I think we're going to take attrition no matter what, aren't we? Hello, can we have military access and a defensive alliance? And will you give us some money for it? Less money? Okay, will you give me military access and a defensive alliance anyway? Thank you. That means we can always land there and recover if need be before we head on, because then we can just like scooch across here, over down here, land, take Corone. Corone will have good defences, but... well, no, it won't actually, will it? It'll have a good garrison. The Nautican garrisons are always pretty strong, but I'm fairly sure we should be able to wipe them out pretty easily. Growth here? Maybe for a bit. Not for very long, but a little bit of growth wouldn't go amiss. I think we probably need to take out these orcs as well. Nothing worse than having greenskins wandering around behind your lines.
Come in peace. Perhaps you may even leave Nagarythe that way too.
Hey, Albrecht, what's going on, buddy? You want defensive alliance? Give me military access as well. And you got yourself a deal.
Nagarythe breeds weak
warriors.
Wow. Okay. So we've got broadhead arrows, so that's more damage for the Eagle Claw bolt throwers, which is nice to have. They want us to Razor Sack, Rakdu Gorge. Can do, I guess.
Twilight is here.
But first, Alice. I'm thinking maybe... I don't really see the point in that. We could just give you more speed. Sure. Okay, I think what we need to do is take out these greenskins because they're going to be a threat. So I'm not going to bother calling my... Well, let's... Sure, let's... Alright, let's call our allies to war.
To me,
And we're going to get a lovely little ambush on Vicious Gobspits here. But unfortunately, we've run out of time for this episode, so I'm going to have to leave it there. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Nagarythe Campaign.